So, hello to everyone that's watching this video. This topic is, should you straight pipe your W203? And when I say W203, I'm specifically speaking on the C320s and the C240s. Of course, we know the C32 sound good and the C55 AMG sound good with the V8. But, however, I'm really not so sure about the C230s with the compressor. But for sure, I'm gonna talk about mine, which is the C320 right here. It's the 3.2 liter V6, naturally aspirated. So all I have done is I deleted the middle resonator in the rear muffler, and I still have, when I say straight pipe, it's a cat back straight pipe. It's not a full straight pipe, so I still have my primary cats and my secondary cats. It's just straight pipe from the secondary cats back, and it's coming out of I'm not so sure. I believe this is maybe a 2.5 inch dual exhaust tip. I believe that's the width of that. And my thoughts on it: should you straight pipe your W203 with the V6? Also, the facelift, the 2006 and 7 C230s. I believe those have the 2.5 liter V6. Those, I heard those sound pretty good as well. So, I think you can get away with those as well. But my thoughts on this one, the C320, to me it sounds amazing. This engine it's a very deep sounding V6. So when I say deep sounding, it's not a high pitch raspy sound. It's not a V8, but it don't sound like a V8, but it's the closest thing to a V8, in my opinion. Out of all the three, out of the C230s, the C240, the C230 with the 4-cylinder, and the C320. So this is the closest, to me, this is the deepest sounding engine. The closest to a V8, I should say. Not that I want it to sound like a V8, but for what it is, for a V6 and a regular base model entry-level C-Class Mercedes-Benz, it definitely sounds pretty good. I am at a warehouse, I believe, so I'll try to get the best clips I can without doing nothing too crazy. I believe it will echo, since it's a wall right here, and I'm between buildings, so it's gonna be pretty loud. It'll be pretty loud. So I'll get some clips. I do a startup. It is hot, of course. It's not cold at all, so it's not gonna be nowhere near as loud as if it was cold. I do a few revs, and I just do one little pull. I just do one little pull. Nothing too crazy. I just want to make this video so you can get a understanding of if you want to straight pipe your car. And this also goes for the Chrysler Crossfires as well, because those do have the same engine as this, which is the 3.2 liter V6, and also the E320s. It's all the same drivetrain, same everything. It looks different. So I'll get the clips right now, actually, in the next slide. Okay, here we are for the revs, but before I give you a rev, I'll just let you hear the idle. That's the idle from about 3 feet. Now I'll scoot back to step back to 10 feet maybe. It's definitely not too loud. It's not ear-piercing loud. It's definitely, it's definitely not annoying loud, I should say. And also, I would like to mention, if you do hear like a little bit of chattering from the engine, I have a cracked idler pulley. Well, it's a cracked idler tension pulley. So it's not my engine knocking. I have a cracked pulley that I got to get replaced. Other than that, only thing else I have done other than the exhaust is Everything else is stock. The air filters are stock. That's it. It's just the exhaust. So I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna give you some few revs. So we'll go do. Drop the phone. All right. So we'll go do a few revs from. We'll do a few revs from 10 feet away. 10 feet away. So I'm not exactly on the car, but I'm not too far from it either. So first I'm gonna do 2,000. I'm gonna rev to 2,000, and then I'm gonna rev to 3,000, and then I'm gonna rev to 4,000, which is the max rev limiter, and drop. So let's get that done. Okay, straight, crooked, better. All right. Alright, that's the revs from the back, and I'll throw in some revs from the front as well, so you can hear more of the engine sound, and the intakes still about 10 feet away. So I'll give you some revs from the front, and I'll just rev up to 2,000, I guess max rev up there. All right, that's the revs. Now I'll just throw in a little dropping clip. I'm not gonna go full throttle because I am in at a warehouse in the parking lot, so and there's sand and stuff down here. But I will hit the gas half throttle at least, to where you can hear it. So, and I'll just put you right over here. Should be clear. Yes, you can see everything. Okay, and that's the dropper clips. So the last part, drone. Let's talk about drone. Okay, in my opinion, to me, drone doesn't affect me at all. Before I had the straight pipe, or before I had the muffler and resonator deleted, I had previously my last setup was still stock cats, secondary cats. I had the factory stock resonator, and I also had a MagnaFlow exhaust. I had the real MagnaFlow exhaust, like the suitcase exhaust, not the straight through skinny muffler. To me, the MagnaFlow exhaust definitely droned a lot more than it does when it's straight pipe on this car. It was just real deep, and it just droned. The only type of drone you'll get in this is when you're on the highway. And to be real, it mainly only drones. It doesn't drone a lot, but this is a 5-speed automatic, so if you're on the highway doing about 75, 80, you right at 3,000 RPMs or just under. So it's definitely gonna be humming. You're gonna hear the hum a lot. So you're gonna hear a lot of exhaust noise when you're going that fast. 60 miles per hour, 55, it's okay, it's not too bad. But it's mainly when you're doing, 80, 75, 80. But it's not bad to me, so it's all right. Any other thing I should touch on? Let's see. If you do live in a nice neighborhood to where, you know, you respect your neighbors, I wouldn't straight pipe it, because the cold storage is real loud. And the idle after it idle down, you give it like 10 seconds, the cold start, not the cold start, but the idle gets even louder. For some reason, that's just how it is on these cars. So, if you want to respect your neighbors a little more, don't do it. But if you really don't care, go full send and just do it. I mean, it's not like a Mustang GT with a whole catback exhaust loud, but it's definitely louder than stock, your average car. So you would definitely stand out in this if you do decide to straight pipe yours. But as long as you ease around town, cruise, it's not a problem at all. I do turn heads, but only when I want to turn heads. And what I mean by that, if I want to turn ahead, I have to really hit the gas. But if I don't, just cruise like an old lady. The police do not bother me at all. I do live in Kansas City, Kansas, so we don't have any exhaust rules like California and other states. So they just see me as another Mercedes. See me as another Mercedes, and on a scale out of 1 to 10, the loudness to me is probably a 6. I definitely hear a lot of cars that's way louder than mine. That's like crazy loud. Like you can hear them all the way from the highway, from miles and miles away. My car, you could probably hear me blocks away. But I feel like that's gonna wrap up the video. I do have an Instagram right here. It's 1_W203. If you would like to follow me, I do follow you back if you seem like a cool individual. If you have any questions, you can DM me, or you can just comment under the YouTube video, and I try to respond to every comment and question if I do see it. What else? Well, I guess the question is, should you delete or should you straight pipe your W203? Yes, go for it. And if you don't like it, you can always, take it off or put the stock muffler back on. But it definitely is worth it, in my opinion. And one last thing I'm gonna touch on is, we'll touch on a few benefits of removing your muffler and your resonator, especially on a car that's 20 years old, like this car is. Things that I've noticed, I definitely noticed the car is a lot more, it's more awake. Excuse the noise in the background. It's definitely a lot more awake. When I say awake, I mean it's more responsive. It feels like it has more, like it actually gained power. You do your research, and they say when you straight pipe your car, you lose what is it? Is it back force? I think that's wrong. I think it's something else. I know what it is, but I can't think of it right now. But basically what I'm saying, you lose like power down low. You lose a little bit of power down low, but you gain power up top. To me, I don't feel like I lost any power down low. I don't feel like I gained any really real power. I just feel like the old muffler and resonator I had on this car they was just so old and rusted out. It was just clogged up at a point. So I'm glad I went with the straight pipe. It's definitely cheaper than getting an exhaust, and it sounds, to be honest, better than getting an exhaust. Also, weight savings. You do lose a little bit of weight, and the more weight you lose, the better gas mileage you will get. I haven't really noticed a increase in gas mileage, but if I look on Google Forms or YouTube comments, I see people say that they've seen the increase about anywhere from 1 to 2 miles per gallon. So that's definitely a plus, of course. In total, I'll say with the muffler, the stock muffler and the stock resonator, it probably weighs up to about maybe 30 pounds, maybe 25, 30 pounds. So you definitely losing some weight, but it's not enough weight to make a difference in a street race or nothing. But the lighter you are, the better you are, I should say, or I will say. But that's all for the video. And if you liked it, hit the like button. If you got any questions, comment down below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. I do support every car. I'm not racist towards other cars. I love every car. I love 4 cylinders. I love V6 cylinders. I love 8 cylinders. And I love 12 cylinders, 10 cylinders, 5 cylinders, whatever. Motorcycles, bikes. I don't discriminate any car. I respect everybody's build and everybody's passion. The passion is cars, and I just like sharing my car and just sharing my car with the world, I should say. But this video is probably going to be a pretty bit longer than I want it to be, but it's okay. It just gives me something to do positive, and that's about it. Hope everyone have a nice morning, nice afternoon, or a nice day, and your dreams come true. Stay up.